Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Welcome to Temple Akiba. My name is Cantor Lonnie Freilich, and it is so good to see everyone on Zoom today. Happy New Year to each and every one of you. I don't know how you feel, but I am so grateful and so happy that we are in 2021. 2020 was a very difficult year for all of us, and I see this as an opportunity for growth, for hope, for light, and for change. So I am so happy that we are in this new year, and what an amazing, perfect way to start off the new year together by celebrating Shabbat together, by having this incredible day of rest together, singing together, praying together. There's just no better way to start off this year than by being together here tonight. So I'm so grateful to see all of you, to have you join with us. Tonight is our Shabbat Shira service, and we are blessed to have our song leader, Aaliyah Stewart, who will be joining us and helping us lead the service tonight, as well as our incredible cantorial intern, Liz Baseman, who will also help to lead us in our service tonight. And as always, we love for you to participate. We know we can't hear you, but we can see you. And if you're not sure of the words or the music, we want to at least see you swaying your bodies to the songs, to the motion. We'll have a couple of opportunities to use hand motions so you can participate with us. If you do know the music, you do know the songs, and we'd love to see your lips moving so we know you're participating with us. But we hope that you will join us in participation and in song and prayer tonight. And to begin our service, Aaliyah will be singing for us.
Shabbat Shalom, everybody. I don't think that there's a better song that we can start 2020 Shabbat with other than Shir Hallelu. Let us sing a new song, a literal brand new song for the new year. So I hope you all join me in singing. Shir Hallelu, Shir Hallelu, Shir Hallelujah, Shir Hallelu, Shir Hallelujah. Let's try that again. Shir Hallelu, Shir Hallelu, Shir Hallelujah, Shir Hallelu, Shir Hallelujah, Shir Hadash, Shir Hadash, Shir Hadash, Ladonai, Shir Hallelu, Shir Hallelu, Shir Hallelujah, Shir Hallelu, Shir Hallelujah, Shir Hadash, Shir Hadash, Shir Hadash, Ladonai. One more time. Shir Hallelu, Shir Hallelu, Shir Hallelujah, Shir Hallelu, Shir Hallelujah.
Another wonderful way to commemorate the start after singing a new song is to realize that we are all singing together. Hine ma tov u'ma na'im. Behold, how good and pleasant it is that we are all here together this Shabbat, the first of 2021. Hine ma tov u'ma na'im, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov u'ma na'im, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine אחים גם יחד, הנה מה טוב ומה נעים. שבת אחים גם יחד, הנה מה טוב, הנה מה טוב. יאללה לה, יאללה לה 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 לה, הנה מה טוב, הנה מה טוב. יאללה לה, יאללה לה 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 לה, הנה מה טוב ומה נעים. שבת אחים גם יחד, הנה מה טוב ומה נעים. שבת אחים גם יחד.
Thank you so much, Aaliyah and cantorial intern Liz. There is no better way to start our Shabbat with beautiful songs such as those and hearing your beautiful voices. So thank you so much for lending your beauty to our service tonight. And we are going to continue our service with the lighting of our Shabbat candles. And I'm going to invite my daughters, Indy and Melina, to help us do that. So come on, girls. This candle does not want to light. There we go. There we go. All right, are you ready? Okay, here we go. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat. Thank you, girls. Shabbat Shalom. And it is my honor to invite Ira Diamond to lead us in the Kaddish, and we ask for all who are able to please rise.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddeshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kadsho b'achava uvratzon hinhilanu zikaron lema'aseh v'reishit ki hu yom techila lamikra kodesh zecher l'tziat Mitzrayim ki vanu v'acharta v'otanu kidashta mikol hamim b'shabbat kadshecha b'achava uvaratzon hinhaltanu Baruch atah Adonai Mekadesh HaShabbat. L'chaim, everybody.
L'chaim. Thank you so much, Ira, and thank you for all that you do as president of our board at Temple Akiba. We appreciate all of your dedication and your hard work. Thank you so much. And now your beautiful wife, Carol Diamond, our Vice President of Religious Practice, will be sharing our announcements and officially welcoming everyone from the Temple Akiba board. Carol.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Welcome to our very first Shabbat service of 2021. It is wonderful to see all of you here. It is my honor to represent our board of directors to welcome you to our services tonight. Just a couple of announcements. We do not have Torah study tomorrow, but Lunch and Learn and Coffee with the Clergy are both starting next week, Monday and Tuesday. And we also have Sunday school, which is religious school is starting again on this Sunday, just in a couple of days. So if you're participating in that, don't forget to show up on Sunday. Just a couple other things. One, we are having our blood drive on January 24th at Temple Akiba, so please do sign up for that. There is a big need for blood during this time, so please do sign up for that. It is going to be held in the social hall, but they are doing things in a very safe manner. And the last thing is our Kahila program. The January Kahila program is going to be on January 9th. That's next Saturday, a week from tomorrow. It's going to be a lunch and learn at noon, and they're talking about Judaism and disability. So Shabbat Shalom, everyone. It is wonderful to see you. I hope and stay safe and a healthy new year.
Shabbat Shalom, Carol. Thank you so much. We continue our service with the singing of Lecha Dodi, our mystical prayer that was written in the 16th century by Shlomo Alkabetz ben Halevi. And it envisions Shabbat as the Sabbath bride. And it's interesting, the formation of it was basically Shlomo Levi, he wanted to make sure that his name was remembered. And so he embedded his name within the actual prayer. So the first stanza, the first letter of each stanza spells out his name, spells out Shlomo Halevi. So we're not going to do all of the stanzas, but we're going to do a few of them. And we ask for everyone to rise on the very last stanza to greet the Sabbath bride.
Shamor v'zachor v'dibur echad hishmiyanu el hameyuchad Adonai echad u'shemo echad l'shemo tiferet v'litila lecha dodi likra kala v'nei Shabbat nekabela Shabbat lechu v'necha ki hi mekor haberacha merosh mikedem nesucha sof ma'aseh b'machshava tchila lecha dodi likra kala b'nei Shabbat nekabela Hitoreri, kiva orach, kumi ori, uri, shir daberi, kevod Adonai, alayk nigla, lecha dodi, likra kala, b'nei Shabbat nekabela. And we rise to face the Sabbath bride. Boi v'shalom, ateret bala, gam besimcha, uvetzola, toch emunei, am segula, boi chala, lecha dodi, likra Shabbat nekabela.
We will be continuing with our service with the Baruch Hu, our call to worship. So if you are able, please rise as we join together in the Baruch Hu. We'll continue with the Shema, our affirmation of oneness. And although I love seeing everybody swaying, I think we need some hand movements for this. So when we say Shema, we can do here, right? Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Beautiful. Let's do it together. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. 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 Baruch Shem Kevon Malchuto Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Shem Kevon Malchuto Le'olam Va'ed. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. That was beautiful to see everybody do this move.
We continue, yes, hello guitar. We continue with the Ve'ahavta on page 36, the prayer where we recognize that it is up to us to show how much we love God, that God has given us all of these amazing things, and now it's our turn to remember. ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם להות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם. Adonai Elohechem Emet. And we continue our service with the singing of the Micha Mocha, the prayer that reminds us that we were brought out of the narrow places into a land where we could be more free, more ourselves, more whole. Who is like you, Adonai our God? And may we continue to find escape from the narrow places in this new year. Micha Mocha on page 40. Lai 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 lai. Yai lai 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 lai. Yai lai 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 lai. Yai lai 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 lai. Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai. Mi chamocha nedar b'kodesh. Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai. Mi chamocha nedar b'kodesh. Nora tehilot oseh beleh. Nora tehilot oseh beleh. Adonai yimloch le'olam ba'ed. Malechutecha ra'u banecha, bokei hayam lifnei Moshe u'Miriam. Ze Elianu ve'ameru, Ze Elianu ve'ameru. Adonai yimloch le'olam ba'ed. Yai lai lai. Yai lai 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 lai. Yai lai 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 lai. Yai lai 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 lai. Yai lai 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 lai.
That was awesome. I love that version, Liz. So fun. Before we chant the Amidah, our central prayer, I'd like us all to join together for the intro, Adonai Sfatai Tiftach, where we get to sing our own song, choose right from wrong, and pray our own prayer. La 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 la, Sfatai Tiftach. La 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 la, Ufi Agi, Tehilatecha. La 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 la, Adonai. La 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 la, Sfatai Tiftach. La 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 la, Ufi Agi, Tehilatecha. Let me sing my own song. Let me choose right from wrong. Let me play my own prayer. Sfatai Tiftach.
ask for all who are able to please rise for our Amidah. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei avotenu v'imotenu Elohei Avraham Elohei Yitzchak v'Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah Elohei Rivka Elohei Rachel v'Elohei Leah Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor v'Hanora El Elyon Gomel Chasadim Tovim Vekonei Hakol Vezocher Chastei Avot Ve'imahot Umevi Geula Livnei V'neihem Leman Shemo Be'ahava Melech Ozer Umoshia Umagen Baruch Atah Adonai Magin Avraham Ve'ezrat Sarah Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai Mechaye HaKol Atah Rav Lehoshia Mahashiv HaRuach Umorid HaGashem Mechalkel Chaim Bechesed Mechaye HaKol Berachamim Rabim Somech Noflim Verofei Cholim Umatir Asurim Umekayem Emunato Lishenei Afar Michamocha Baal Gevurot Umido Melach Melach Memit Umechaye Umatzmiach Yeshua V'ne'emanata lehachayot hakol Baruch atah Adonai Mechaye hakol Atah kadosh v'shimcha kadosh U'kadoshim b'chol yom yahalelucha selah Baruch atah Adonai Ha'el HaKadosh. And we take the next few moments for silent reflection. Please take the next section and just think of maybe what you want out of this year, what you're hoping for, what you're praying for, what your dreams are for 2021.
So I will share that one of my hopes for the new year is that I write more and I share more of that. So I wanted to do that starting right now with you all. So this is Yehiyu L'Ratzon. You may be seated if you're still standing. Yehiyu L'Ratzon, Mefi, Legion Libi, Lefanecha Adonai, Sriven Koani Tzori, Legion.
Shalom Aleinu, Le'yakol Yisrael, Le'yakol Yoshvei Tevel Ve'yimu. May the words of my mouth and the meditations of my heart be acceptable to you. Adonai, you held me through. You're my rock and my redeemer. Oh, say shalom. Shalom Aleinu, Le'yakol Yisrael, Le'yakol Yoshvei Tevel Ve'yimu. Amen.
Wow, thank you, Aaliyah, for opening our new year with this beautiful new version of Yihiyu L'Ratzon. The words of your heart and your mouth are so lovely. Thank you. Shabbat Shalom, everybody. Our Torah portion, this first Shabbat of 2021, it's so interesting that we not only have the first Shabbat on the one hand of 2021, but also that we are ending the book of Genesis. It is the last portion of the book of Genesis, Vayechi, and he lived, talking about Joseph, talking about Jacob, concluding that entire story. And it's so interesting that the title, Vayechi, and he lived, is the title of the chapter that describes his passing and the blessings that he bestows on those he leaves behind. It also describes the role of each of the 12 tribes and kind of how that blessing falls upon them and changes them in some way. So we know that Genesis is it's a very complicated, there's a lot of complicated family stories in this book. Think about it. We have Adam and Eve, we have Cain and Abel, that's a challenge. We have, I just lost my train of thought. We have Cain and Abel, we have all of these siblings, and Jacob and Esau themselves, also a tension-filled relationship. We have Joseph, who was so loved by his father that he overshadowed his brothers, who got very angry, and there were consequences of that. And we have the reversal that followed from Joseph choosing to reconcile with all of them. So full of family problems, full of challenges, this book, not unlike the challenges we've all faced this year. And I don't want to speak for anyone, I can speak for myself alone, but there have been challenges with the world around us. I'm sure that shifting family dynamics, people moving in, people moving out, people who are changing positions or unemployed or re-employed, there's a lot of change. We are living in strange times. 2020 has really redefined how we live our lives. Back to the Torah portion. Vayechi, and he lived. But is that really what the word exactly means? Hebrew scholars will note that we have a reversing vav situation. It's not Vayechi and he lived. It actually really translates to and he will live. But that first letter, the v at the beginning, switches it. Kind of like our lives have been switched. Now, It's redefining how we live. Instead of chaya, v'chaya, and he lived, vayechi becomes the way he lived. And instead of chayenu, we lived, we have the chance with that reversing vav to change our outlook. V'nichye, and we will live. The Torah portion then talks about the names. Well, it doesn't really talk about the names. It names Joseph's children, Ephraim and Manasseh. But here's the thing. Manasseh is the older sibling. Why then, in all of our prayers and all of our blessings, whenever we refer to them, is Ephraim mentioned first? They're the first siblings that do not fight each other. So that's really significant. We talked about the others who did. And they become the inheritors of Joseph's blessing. Their names themselves are what's most significant. We have Manasseh, Joseph's firstborn son. The root of his name talks about forgetting. Joseph tries to forget at the birth of this child all of the terrible things that came before him as he struggled to find his place in Egypt. When Ephraim was born, his second son, he realized the name he chose was for fruitfulness in his adversity. And we won't forget this year. We talk about forgetting and fruitfulness, but we won't forget this year. So let's change the idea. What if instead of forgetting and fruitfulness, we talk about surviving and thriving? There's so many things that we can do to change what has happened in this year to what this next year could be. We have struggled. We have survived. We can thrive just like each of the blessings bestowed on Joseph, bestowed on Joseph's children. We can redefine ourselves in this new year, and we have this wonderfully supportive community to help us do that. As we close the book on 2020, as we close this book of the Torah, let us say, Chazak, chazak, venit chazek. Let us strengthen each other. Let us find strength in ourselves. And let's end with a blessing. May 2021 be a year full of growth, hope, change, and light. And let us remember always the community around us that helps our light shine brighter together. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom, Cantorial Intern Liz. Thank you so much. How inspiring your words were. Yashar Koach on a beautiful Devar Torah. Thank you so much for taking that on tonight. We really are so excited to hear your words of wisdom. And our Cantorial Intern in the future will be leading a complete service on her own. So this was a wonderful way of getting her ready for that. So thank you so much. And this was fantastic to hear you tonight. It is the first Shabbat of the month, the first Shabbat of the year. And so it is our birthday and anniversary celebration Shabbat. So we are going to list the names of everyone in our congregation that is celebrating a birthday in the month of January, and that is also celebrating an anniversary in the month of January. So I'm going to begin and then pass it over to Liz, our Cantorial Intern, to finish off our birthday list, and then we will read through our anniversaries as well. So we want to wish a very, very happy birthday to the following people who are celebrating in January. Jeffrey Appleberg, Trine Appleberg, Tova Larson, Susan Moser, Caitlin Dubois, Daniel Horowitz, Elliot Silverstein, Ari Casado, Mariano Weinzimmer, Robert Fleischman, Ruthie Feldman, Judy Friedman, Robin Kupferman, Jonathan Mendel, Jonathan Varsano, Vivian Horowitz, Michael Simmons, David Weinzimmer, Toby Milavsky, Nagin Kamali, Michael Bauer, Myrna Caton, Roderick Kent, Aaron Cayetano, Daniel Glaberg, Michael Hudson Sr., Neil Teplin, and Herman Barnathan. Very happy birthday, and our cantorial intern will continue.
Continuing our happy birthday wishes for Aaron Hart, Alana Melius, Maya Peled, Dove Weissman, Gabe and Cece Elkinson, Andrew Lackman, Yadid Ramot, Matthew Cohen, Courtney Edson, Alexa Weinzimmer, Gemma Bloom, Joyce Simmons, Louise Feinberg, Nathan Hoggett, Janie Magoulis, Bobby Swerdlow, Tyler Bohm, Josie Kent, Diana Kasdan, Sophie Ben Aharon, Mark Blackbird, Marissa Finkelstein, Kate Schwartz, Roz Larson, Stephen Zimmelman, Liam Jelnick Lipson, Jacob Grant, Avi Cantor-Bender, Alex Lichtman, and Gerald Salas. Happy birthday, everybody.
Happy birthday to all of you who are celebrating in January. And now we're moving on to our list of those who are celebrating an anniversary, including Rose and Sean Fairburn, Francine and John Graff, Christine Bellatini and Timo Gallion, Janice and Neil Schwartz, Diane Buck and Jeff Reynolds, Dion and Dan Sugar, Deanie and Ira Schulman, Barbara Joffe and Tom Gutman, Sean Rubin and Brian Roper. And our cantorial intern will continue our list.
Patty Newler and Ira Clark, Andrea and Matthew Sherman, Joanne and Larry Kahn, Miriam and Steve Levy, Michelle Paley and Len Blonder, Anita and Scott Markowitz, Robin and Jason Altman, Stephanie and Daniel Cutler, Marnie and Matt Shapiro. Happy anniversary.
Happy birthday, happy anniversary to all of you. And we want to wish you a year filled with love, with hope, with peace, with safety, and as our cantorial intern said, a year in which we find ourselves thriving, surviving, and thriving. And Aaliyah will lead us in the Shehechianu, a prayer that asks God and thanks God for sustaining us, for keeping us alive, and allowing us to reach this moment.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shehachianu v'kimanu v'higianu hazman hazeh. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shehachianu v'kimanu v'higianu hazman
And we continue our service with the beginning of our concluding prayers, the Aleinu. We ask for all who are able to please rise. Aleinu leshabeach ladon hakol, latet gedula leotzer breshit, shelo asanu kagei ha'aratzot, velo samanu kemishbechot ha'adama, shelo sam chelkenu kahem, V'gor aleinu kechol hamonam, v'anachnu korim umishtachavim umodim, lifnei melech malchei hamlachim, hakadosh baruch hu, v'nemar v'haya Adonai lemelech al kol haaretz, Bayom hahu Bayom hahu yeh Adonai echad, Ushemo, Ushemo, Ushemo echad.
There are stars up above. Please be seated if you are still standing as we come to our next part of our service, where we remember. There are stars up above, so far away we only see their light long, long after the star itself has gone. And so it is with people that we loved. Their memories keep shining ever brightly, though their time with us is done. But the stars that light up the darkest night, these are the lights that guide us. As we live our days, these are the ways we remember. We take a moment to remember those whose lives touched ours, who changed us for the better, who made marks, handprints, footsteps on our hearts. We remember those who are in the first 30 days of mourning, the Shloshim period. We remember together Mark Churgel, Barry Josephson, Selma Sager, Louise Zackheim. If there are other names, those who have recently passed from us, please put their names in the chat so that we may help remember them as well, all together. We now remember those who have passed in seasons past, whose yahrzeits occur on this date. We begin with the names listed on plaques in the Sue and Jerry Erfrig Memorial Room. Gussie Bashine, Anna Bottler, Dorothy Davidson, Goldie Geffner, Abraham Graff, Jean Clipper, David Price, Jacob Swimmer, Nathan Vogel. And we add to that list the following names: Ruth Breslaw, Helen Ellis, Jacob Elpern, Sidney Feldmar, Martha Goller, Marilyn Gold, Stan Kaltman, Herman Karp, Thomas Cass, Viola Clewens, Marion Kranz, Murray Leibowitz, Barney Mann, Regina Miller, Leon Namias, Louis Newhouse, Samuel Rice, Hilda Rice, William Rosenberg, Ernest Saxe, Thelma Schotsky, Jack Schumann, Helen Sofer, Paula Steele, Alice Vance, Rose Wagner, Rosal Walter, Samuel Waxman. If there are names that we have not listed but who are close to your heart who have passed at this season, please type them into the chat at this time. As we rise in body or spirit to join the mourners of our community and recite together the words of the Mourner's Kaddish. Yit gadal v'yit kadash shemei rabbah, be'alma divrach yiruteh v'yamlich malchuteh, b'chayechon u'v'yomechon, u'v'chaye dechol beit Yisrael, ba'agala u'v'zman kariv v'imru amen. Yehei shmei rabbah mevorach le'alam u'lalmei almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, v'yithadar v'yit'aleh v'yithalal shemei dekudesha brichu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, ta'amiran be'alma v'imru amen. Yehi shlama rabba min shemaya v'chayim, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom bimromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. May the one who creates harmony on high bring peace to us and to all Israel, to which we say, Amen. Please be seated.
And before we conclude our service, I want to check Cantor Lonnie. Well, I want to thank Cantor Lonnie for leading us in such an amazing service. And do you have anything to share before we conclude?
Thank you, Leah. I wanted to just wish everyone a Shabbat Shalom, a very happy new year. A huge thank you to Aaliyah and to our cantorial intern Liz for leading such a beautiful service with me tonight. Thank you for your beautiful voices. And Aaliyah, your Yihu L'Ratzon was just stunning. Thank you so much for sharing that. And I do hope that you share many more songs throughout this coming year. Thank you to our executive director, Jeffrey, for everything that you do, to Ira Diamond, our president, and of course to the woman behind the scenes, Carol Diamond. A huge thank you. You always keep everything running so smoothly. She is our amazing Zoom master. Thank you for everything that you do. You help make our services great. So Shabbat Shalom, everyone. And Aaliyah, what is our closing song tonight?
Our closing song is Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu. May we enter this new year by spreading peace throughout the world. So let's all sing together. Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu, Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu, Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu ve'akuna. Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu, Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu, Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu ve'akuna. Salam Aleinu ve'akuna. Salam Shalom. Salam Aleinu ve'akuna. Salam Shalom. Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu, Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu, Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu ve'akuna. Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu, Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu, Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu ve'akuna. Salam Aleinu ve'akuna. Salam Shalom. Salam Aleinu ve'akuna. Salam Shalom. Here we go, one more time. Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu, Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu, Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu ve'akuna. Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu, Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu, Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu ve'akuna. Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Shabbat Shalom. So we are about to do the Hamotzi. Jeffrey has a beautiful challah for us tonight. So he is going to show us the challah that was made at his home. And then we're going to join in the blessing together. Following that, as usual, we will turn off our live stream on YouTube, and feel free to stick around and schmooze and say hi to everyone. But before we do that, Jeffrey, where's your incredible looking challah? There it is. All right, everyone, as is our custom at Temple Akiba, we're going to reach out our hand to pretend that we are touching this delicious looking challah, and please join with me. Hamotzi lechem min haaretz, we give thanks to God for bread. Our voices join in happy chorus as our humble prayer is said. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz b'tei avon.